Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa, for those of you who don't know. And for today's video, we're going to be doing a July and August favorites video. If you guys have not noticed, I've been doing these every other month just because I'm really not wearing that much makeup right now. But I have some good goodies and I cannot wait to show you guys. So if you guys are interested in this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe before you go if you do like what you see. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, guys. Actually, let's start off with some products that I have not been loving the past 2 months. So first off, we have the Maybelline New York. This is the Master Concealer by Face Studio. This is a camouflaging concealer. This one is in the shade 30 Light Medium. Truthfully, I really have not been liking this at all. I tried to use this a few times. My first impressions of it, I did use it in a Maybelline video, and in that video I really didn't like it, but the more I played with it, the more I decided this is just not for me. So this is supposed to be full coverage. It's actually really not that full coverage at all, and then also it creased a lot. And I have to say, I pretty much, whenever I do my concealer, I always do pat out my creases and then I go ahead and I use powder. Some concealers I don't even have to powder, but I do just because I am oily. So for this to crease like that badly on me, I just knew it's not a perfect fit for me. So unfortunately, I'm not really a fan of this, but I do have a few other Maybelline favorites. Just a little disclaimer, if you guys like some of the products that I am talking about and they didn't work for me, or if they worked for me, it didn't work for you, just remember makeup is very versatile, and basically what works for me might not work for you, what works for you might not work for me. So it's very different for everybody, and unfortunately this one is definitely a no in my book. Then the next one that I actually want to talk about is the Beauty Bakery. This is the Sweet Grace Baking Spray, and I unfortunately did not like this either. Reason being, first let me start off with like some of the good things about this. I really like the mister on this. It was like a nice aerosol, which I like. But just the smell, it just smells so artificial, and it just smells like alcohol. Unfortunately, this is just not it. This is very, very strong. It just smelled like alcohol, and then sometimes it smells like really, really sweet, but to the point where it's too sweet, and I feel like I have to hold my breath when I use this. So unfortunately, this is a no. I mean, it did keep me mad all day. I really liked the spray, but I wouldn't recommend this, and I wouldn't go out and purchase this again. Obviously, I am going to finish it because I do have it, but I wouldn't tell you guys to go get this just because it's really, really strong. So unfortunately, this is a no in my book as well. But those were the only two flops. So next up, let's go ahead and dive into some favorites. So we were just talking about Beauty Bakery, and I actually have a favorite from them. This is their Flower Setting Powder. This one is just in the shade Oat, which is the translucent shade. I actually really, really like this. So first off, this has a shifter in it, which I like. Powders just went everywhere. It has a shifter in it, which I like, so it makes traveling with this really easy. I mean, who's really traveling right now? But if you want to throw it in your purse or anything like that, it does make it very easy because there is that shifter. But number two, it really mattifies my skin. I'm super oily if you guys are new to my channel, so this has worked wonders for me. And I feel like there's also a little bit of a filter to my face whenever I use this. It kind of just instantly blurs out my pores, and it just softens my complexion. My skin just feels really soft after I use this. So 100% I love this. Again, just because I don't like one product from a brand doesn't mean I don't like others, but I love this. I recommend this. I use this all the time. It just keeps me so matte and my face just looks so flawless. So I really, really love this. And then next up, we're talking about the Juvia's Place. This is the Tribe Highlighter. This is a volume 3. It's just so stunning. Oh my gosh, I am obsessed. This is what the color looks like. It is so beautiful, and this one is a champagne sort of color. Let me go ahead and just swatch it for you guys. Like, first, just look at that on my finger. That just looks so stunning. It is so beautiful, and I'll swatch on the back of my hand. Look at that. It is really so blinding. It's a very pretty champagne color. It is very, very blinding. It is not powdery, and it's gonna give you such a beautiful wet look. I literally only need a little bit of this, and it's just so perfect. Like, it just blends out so nicely. I mean, obviously if you do want a little bit of a lighter, not as blinding look, you can just blend it away, but you guys can see it just looks so wet, so beautiful. I just love the color. It definitely is one of those intense highlights, so you don't have to go crazy with it, but it is just stunning. I really love this. Next up from Juvia's Place, let's talk about their concealer. So this is their name rubbed off, but I think this is like the I Am Magic concealer. I'll put it on the screen for you guys. I have mine in the shade 19. I really love this. Oh my gosh. I've been using this concealer pretty much non-stop. First off, doe foot applicator is huge, which is amazing. I love a large doe foot applicator, so I can just swipe and go, make it very easy. But with this, actually, you guys know when I put on a concealer, I usually draw like a triangle, fill the triangle in, go a little bit up here, go in between the brows, down the nose, down the chin, all that stuff. With this, I actually don't have to. Literally, all I do is I just put a little bit of a dab right in the inner corner, and then just a little bit at the end. Then all I do is just do a dot in between my brows, a dot on my nose, and a dot right here. So I'm using so much less of this because this is so full coverage. This is a concealer that I have on today. I literally use it all the time. I feel like this is the only concealer that I have been using for the past 2 months, because even when I do go out, or let's say I'm doing a FaceTime call or just a call for work, all I do is just put on this concealer, because literally this is all I need. I don't even put on foundation because, let's be real, I'm not really wearing makeup that much around the house or like for calls or anything like that. But concealer is something that I have to use literally any single time that I go out or anything like that, just because, again, my deep dark under eye circles, I do like a little bit of extra coverage, and this is just amazing. It's really full coverage. It does not crease. You only need a little bit of it. Again, that is coming from somebody who used to draw like their concealer on, even with Tarte Face Tape, and this, you really don't need that much of it. It's a very blendable, so you don't have to really worry about it drying too quickly, drying too slow, it being too tacky. It just blends out very nicely, and it just helps to blur all of my imperfections. If I have an acne mark that I want to cover up, I have like a FaceTime call, all I have to do is just put a little bit on it, dab it, and it just makes it look like it disappeared. Same with my under eye circles. This definitely helps to make my under eye circles disappear. Now that we're talking about under eye circles, let's talk about this. This is the Kiehl's Power Strength Line Reducing Dark Circle Diminishing Vitamin C Serum, and this has tripeptide and hyaluronic acid in it. That's a very long name. You guys could see I have used this so much. I use this morning and night. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is amazing. So you guys could tell just by the name of it, it helps to diminish dark circles, and that is something that I'm constantly struggling with. I hate my deep dark under eye circles, and I feel like this has actually helped a little bit, and that's something because not a lot of products has actually helped my deep dark under eye circles. That's why I always do have to wear concealer or color corrector, just because, again, I just don't like them. So this has definitely helped a little bit. If you have deep dark under eye circles, definitely give this a try. It's very lightweight, so it doesn't interfere with any concealer or foundation that you're putting on. It just really absorbs into my under eyes, so it's not going to be greasy or anything like that. I really saw like a difference. I mean, even though it was a small difference, it is something that I would continue to purchase this, because if I saw a difference in, it was like 2-3 weeks that I saw a difference, I'm gonna keep using it, because over time it's definitely gonna help. So I really like this. It just really makes my under eyes feel very smooth, just very soft, very hydrated, and also helping with my deep dark under eye circles. So it works wonders. I really love this. Next up, so I haven't tested this out for super long, and I have loved this so much. This is a Too Faced Born This Way matte 24-hour undetectable super longwear foundation. I have mine in the shade Natural Beige. So I did do a full video with this against the regular Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I have super oily skin. This keeps my foundation matte for so long, but it's not matte to the point where it looks like my skin is very, very dry. It's a nice comfortable matte. So I feel like even if you are on like the combo or a little bit dry, you're probably gonna like this because it's not going to strip away your oils. It looks like your skin, it looks beautiful. My skin looks like very filtered. It has a really long longevity, which is amazing, especially now because we are wearing masks. It doesn't transfer. I did wear this with a mask. It did not transfer. It stayed on my nose all day. It has really, really good staying power, and it just felt really light on the skin, which is very important to me because I want like a medium fuller coverage foundation, but I don't want to feel like I have cake face, you know? This actually feels very, very lightweight on the face, and it just blended out very, very nicely. This shade's a tiny bit too dark for me. I should have gone down one, but I haven't really been like tanning outside or anything like that, or really self-tanning. So this is like my self-tan shade, but I could totally make it work just by dragging it down my neck a little bit. And I really, really love this. And I just love the way that it makes my skin look. So some claims on it is that it's oil-free, oil controlling, waterproof, and transfer resistant. So I can definitely attest to it being transfer resistant, oil controlling, waterproof. I didn't really test that. And you can wear this up to 24 hours. I don't recommend wearing it for up to 24 hours. And I have not worn this for 24 hours, but it did last for my 8-10 hour day that I did wear this, and I really, really do enjoy this, and this is something that I have been grabbing ever since it did come out. Next up, let's talk about this brow product. This is actually the first Benefit brow product I think that I've ever really, really loved. This is the Benefit Precisely My Brow, and I have mine in the shade 3.75. So one thing that I really like about this is that there is a spoolie on one end, but the actual pencil part is just very, very small, which I like. It does not feel waxy. Other Benefit brow products that I have tried have felt very waxy on my brows. This doesn't feel very waxy. It's very pigmented, very easy to get those hair-like strokes because it is so thin. I actually have this on my brows today. I did outline with this and then just do the front of my brow. You guys know I pretty much use a pencil every single time I do my brows. I love how it's very long lasting. I feel like with this I don't have to set my brows, even though normally I do, but I don't have to. It just wears really, really nice throughout the day, and I love how thin it is. This is the first Benefit brow product that I'm obsessed with, and I definitely recommend this. One of my favorites, and it's something that I've been grabbing like the past 2 months because literally all I've been doing is putting on some concealer, powder, and then also just brows, just because I feel like I don't really need much else like any other makeup. But this is really, really good. I really love the color. Perfect match for me, and very pigmented, which is great. Another concealer I want to talk about is actually from the drugstore, and this one is the Wet n Wild. This is the Photo Focus Concealer. I have mine in the shade light medium beige. This I am obsessed with. This feels so light underneath your eyes. I love the coverage. It's more of a medium, like a high medium coverage concealer, which you guys know I love a high medium full coverage concealer. It's a very, very creamy, very easy to blend out. The coverage is just amazing. It does not crease on me, which is like the best part. But one thing that I kind of don't really like about this is just the doe foot. So this is the doe foot. The only thing with this is I do apply like my normal triangle, which is kind of a lot of concealer, but I definitely always have to dip back in. Like I can only get a few swipes use out of like taking it out once, and then I'm gonna have to dip back in and do it again, dip back in. And then there is that like Photo Focus Wet n Wild paint smell. If you guys have used the foundation, then you know that smell. That's what this smells like too. But once you apply it, that smell does go away. But this is just so good from the drugstore. I'm so surprised I haven't tried this out sooner. This is a really good medium coverage concealer that I'm definitely going to be using again and again because it just instantly blurs out my under eyes. My under eyes look very bright, very healthy, and it's definitely a favorite. And then the last product we're going to talk about is the NYX Professional Makeup Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, definitely a turn on, waterproof extreme color lip liner. That is totally a mouthful to say, and this one is in the shade Sugar Glass. So let me just go ahead and swatch this color for you guys. I have a backup of this just because this is so good. I'm obsessed. So this is what the color looks like. It's such a pretty, like, everyday sort of pinky nude. I'm obsessed with the color. This is so creamy on the lips. It does not tug on your lips, which is super important. This you do have to sharpen, but I don't really mind just because I really love this. I love the color. I love how it wears. You can wear this as a lipstick or a lip liner. So sometimes if I don't want to put a lipstick on, I'll just go ahead and line and fill in my lips with this, and it's just such a beautiful color. Throw on a gloss on top or just keep it matte. The longevity is very good. It fades really beautifully, and it's just such a beautiful color. Like, this is definitely one of, like, my staple colors. I just love the quality of them, and for them to be super affordable, it just reminds me of a high-end lip liner. You don't have to buy high-end lip liners, guys. Just go ahead and get this and the LA Colors one. You are good to go. They're so amazing. But yeah, guys, that is it for this video. I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know what your favorite products were the past 2 months. I would love to hear and love to test out new products, but I hope that you guys did enjoy. If you guys did enjoy this favorites video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Then also don't forget to subscribe before you go if you did like what you saw, so you'll be part of the ATFB fam. ATFB, all things fashion beauty, and if you hit that post notification bell, you will get notified of all my future uploads. I usually do upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I hope that you guys are well, and I will see you guys in a few days in my next video. Bye!